Oh, my hand made a farty sound. Can we replicate that? I will never be able to replicate that farty sound. That is unfortunate. That's a sad way to start a stream. Well, hello. I don't know if anybody's here yet, so should we do pleasant, cozy little girly things while we wait for friends to accumulate? I can light a candle. That would be fun, I might imagine. I don't know if I'm going to share this on Twitter, not just yet, because I wanna have. Here, let's light our little cozy streamer candle here, my horribly burnt glass candle. I want to confer. Is that the right word? Yeah, because conference is derived from confer, correct? I want to confer with my darling friends and loved ones. Oh god, I'm gonna get burnt. First, and then we shall expand our dialogue later on. Okay, you didn't get to see that, and showing you wouldn't matter anyway, even if you cared, because that's not how this webcam works. My tax return, I will get a new webcam. You may be wondering, dear friends, why I have this just darling little... Oh, that one's not the right size. Oh, please hold. No, still hold on, everybody. Just gotta do some minor housekeeping things here. I thought they were supposed to snap to be like a uniform size. Didn't work. How about that? No, it's too big. Hold on. This is like the pre-stream, except my whole stream is this exact level of professionalism. Oh my god, I just broke a match off on my nostril trying to smell it. This is a good stream. This is very good. So, I will explain my background presently, dear friends, but let's wait just a moment until some more friends accumulate, shall we? I've got a cup of hot sugar water here. Don't tell Spinal if Spinal shows up that I did microwave this water. I have not gotten my tax return yet, so the electric tea kettle has not happened. I am a damn Yank, unfortunately still. This is ginger turmeric tea, except the Great Value brand is revolting, and it might as well be mustard seed, but that's okay, you know? That is alright, so we're just gonna have some tea. Hi friends! Oh my god! I love you guys so much. Hi Michael Hatfield, I hope you're doing well, you guys. I hope everybody's having a good night. Hi Smoking Rat, hi Dumb Bench Hours. Thank you. These are nice boulders, aren't they? Google has some gorgeous nature photography, you know? I'm very grateful for that. Hi Abaddon, don't set your hair on fire again. I'd never set my hair on fire, actually. Those are lies and slander. I burnt my nail once because I don't know where my lighter is. I lit the candle with my lighter, and I turned my lighter like this, and then was surprised when my nail burned off, but I've not burned my hair off. Why are there pictures of boulders? I will explain shortly. Hi, Assassin. I don't know if he thinks they're his children. I'm sure he'll be here. I'm sure he will if he's not already. But I'm going the non-confrontational route at the moment, so we'll have to see in a bit. Hi, Internet Mummy, says Jimbly. Hi, Jimbly. Hi, Sartzer. Exactly. You're with an apostrophe RE #1 simp is here. Hello, my darling simps, who are always just raring to go, just ready for the front lines of battle when your beloved feeble damsel in distress is damseling and in distress. Hi, Allie. Hi, Dave. Welcome, my friend. I don't know if I recognize you, Dave, so hello. Hello, my darlings. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. How are you? Let's be like real professional people here. How are you? I want answers instead of just silly platitudes. Let's do that, shall we? Oh, I almost just spilled scalding mustard water on me. I know I did read it, Jimbly. I bet that rustles your Jimblies. Eh? Eh? Ha, I made a pun. No, Sartzer, actually, you're correct. As long as you're using the incorrect form with an apostrophe, you're actually quoting it correctly, so. Let's see here. Kitties, what are you doing? I have all of my little homies in the room, in fact, except for tech support husbando, who went to bed. And then I heard, oh my god, I did get mustard water on me. Oh dear. That is unfortunate. I don't think tech support husbando is asleep yet, because he went to bed, and then I heard him cackling. So I think he saw me tweet out the Animal Crossing boulder. So I don't think he's asleep yet. Ooh, you got the Knights of the Old Republic games off Xbox Live. Nice. That's awesome. You're reminded of those kids who knocked over the rock formations in that national park. Ooh, I had forgotten about that. Oh, I'm glad I'm helping, Jimbly. I'm glad. I was gonna joke like, I don't know. Like, it's such a funny coincidence that I always stream when you're depressed. But if I were you, I'd make the joke that I'm always depressed, so it doesn't matter. Pinky's out, I know, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm your newest Patreon member. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, I haven't thanked you yet. Formally. I appreciate that. Hello, Diogenes. Did I say hello? I'm not sure. You're doing okay considering the circumstances, says Sartzer. Good, okay. Well, I hope everything gets better, you guys. I hope everyone is all right. This is unfortunate because I spilled tea all over myself. Did any of you guys, I know I've asked this before. Have any of you, jeez, you would not think this is my first language. You really wouldn't. Have any of you guys seen Stormhawks? Did any of you watch Stormhawks as tweens? Ignore the tea, please. The bad guys from Stormhawks were called the Cyclonians, and this was their insignia. And when I was a teenager, I wanted this really tiny on the back of my neck. But I think when I actually have enough money to get tattoos, and when I have a job where I won't get fired for having tattoos, I will get the Stormhawks insignia, really small on the back of my neck. But anyway, I wanted to get this years and years ago, like before I ever had a job, and they still sold it on Redbubble later. But Stormhawks was an adorable Canadian cartoon. And it's really sad that Cartoon Network screws anybody over who doesn't do in-house production with them, because Stormhawks was amazing, and it's just one of those many things where it ended on a cliffhanger. My favorite character died naturally, thank God, so we know I was still living and, you know, everything was real. And then, yeah, that's, yeah. Michael said you spilled the tea. Oh boy. Oh boy, I guess I did, didn't I? I really like my little boulder collage here. I don't know if it's time to get rid of it yet. Let me check. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. I'm not seeing. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't know if anybody was distraught about this. Let me check real quick. Oh, fiddlesticks. That is just unfortunate. All right. Well, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Let me find where I was. I gotta show you guys something in a little bit here. Okay. Pause for nose picking. It was not picking, it was scratching. I promise. What else? No, I did not spill pee all over myself. That is incorrect. The fact that this looks like pee from someone incredibly dehydrated is not helping my case at all, but it is not. I'm not that out of resources yet during this apocalyptic scale quarantine, I promise. You did watch Stormhawk Sartzer. I swore you said you did, like a long time ago. Maybe not a long time ago. Well, no, because have you ever told me you watched Stormhawks before? Because I swear I knew you did somehow. You DM'd me on Twitter. Okay, I will check it in a little bit, Dio. And if I don't, just yell at me, just at me on Twitter. And I will get back to you, because I've been overwhelmed. My mentions have been overrun for the last couple hours, so it has been a wild evening. All right, should I share this? I'm kind of reluctant to. I don't want anybody to get real upset. I don't. If you guys want to share this, go right ahead, but I don't want to bait anybody. I don't want to intentionally antagonize anybody, so I'm not going to share the stream myself. Should I do the shilling thing? Please like my stream if you feel so compelled. It's going to go on, rest assured, for at least 2 hours longer. So there's a distinct possibility, a very high percentage, that things will go horribly awry and you will be deeply ashamed and it will haunt you until your dying day if you do like the stream. But it would be cool if you did anyway. If you want to be a just shit, man, I don't know what I'm talking about. Abaddon said nose picker. Yeah, no, I'm not. Those are lies and slander, and I'm going to flag your existence. I'm sorry I made that clanging noise. Yes, race, Tism Nation represent, precisely. Should I put my stupid plus ultra necklace on? I'm just sitting here with a pile of jewelry I take off after side quest. It doesn't really, you can't see it. Oh my god, there's like 12 necklaces attached. What do you guys think? Should I put on my stupid necklace? I don't know. The pre-stream is just the level of professionality the entire stream has. Is that too much jewelry? You guys can be my girlfriends that I don't have. Is that too much jewelry? What do you think? Does it work better with the neckline if I do it higher? What do you guys think? Do you have any opinions? Should I wear my plus? But is that too much jewelry with the earrings? Is that too busy? You have to let me know, you guys. Do it, you nerd, says Sartzer. Alright, well, it's sheer anarchy here, but also nobody's watching, so I'm just gonna go with that for the time being. Oh, I guess I can't do it too far down. Okay, or whatever. Being a girl is hard, dude. Trust me. If women look like they know what they're doing, they don't. We don't. I don't. Women are not a monolith, but I certainly don't know what I'm doing. Too much lose the necklace, says Jimbly. Uh-oh, Jimbly and Sartzer are gonna have to fight it out to the death. Race says, I'm having computer problems. Really? Like, hardware problems? Hopefully not. That's still too... Well, you know what? We'll leave it on for a little bit and then I'll take it off. No, it's... poopy. It's too much. I'm gonna take it off. Yay, hi Wikipedia Snippet. Hello, Senior Snippet. I hope everyone is doing alright. I hope you are doing alright. In fact, you directly. I'm terrified of confrontation because I'm a child riddled with social anxiety, so I'm going to practice and say, I hope you, Senior Snippet, are having a good time tonight, today, wherever you are in the big wide world of the world. Which side did I have this on? It doesn't matter. It's hair. Aw. Hi, K-Shawl. Welcome, my friend. 17, nobody's watching. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick on you guys. I apologize. Hi, Ben from Gulf City. Ooh, Abaddon said, I hope Uwu Kawona-chan has been purged by September. You have Judas Priest tickets. Ooh, okay, I see. Very cool. I think things will be close to normal by September. I think the economy will have picked back up. I think most things will be back to normal. Because if it goes on for too long, people are going to riot. You know, people are going to lose it if they don't eventually start loosening up and giving us our rights back. Things will just fall into chaos. And as much as I think a lot of progressives in power want that, I don't think they were ready for it yet. Some of them are probably like, go, go, go. This is the time to implement all of this tyrannical dictatorship stuff. Despite the fact that Trump being a dictator is like nightmarish to most anybody. Dictatorships should terrify everybody, no matter whether it's your favorite person or your least favorite. But, you know, I think most people who want this kind of chaos so they can take over are like, I was not ready. Can we bring this back around in like 10 years when I have more resources and friends, you know? Ooh, Ray said, I've tried everything and now I'm resetting my PC. Wikipedia said, I'm only 54. I'm not a senior yet. You have to be at least 60. Lol. Okay. Race explained. Duh, I can't speak. I applied a controller configuration on Steam to a video game. Ooh, and your screen went black. Oh dear. Then, oh my god, that was a horrifying noise. I hope you didn't hear that. I like screed my nail on my... It really does not matter to anybody. Ben's betting we'll be able to resume life by May. I think things will be getting better. The economy, I think, is going to take longer than May to get back. Like, the stock market, I don't think is going to be back to normal for a little while after May, would be my estimation. But I know literally nothing, so... Good tea, very nice tea. Lovely, lovely tea for the upset digestive tract. Q evil laugh. Control my life, government Chan. Exactly. Exactly. So, give us the boogaloo. Alright. I'm really attached to this charming little collage I made here, but I think it's time to bring, well, wait, let me see. What happens if I bring myself up above all that? Oh, okay, you can still see. Here, I've got an idea. This is like if you were in the middle of watching, like, a high school play, and the director is like, no, blah, 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 hold on a minute, I gotta fix something. And they just, like, change somebody's hairdo. Aw, frick, you can really see that stuff is not symmetrical. That is just... Wait. No, okay, that's fine. That's a little unfortunate, bro. Hey, you can see that I'm not in the middle. Here. Let's put me more in the middle. This is not so good. This is very bad. Wait, I like that. I like that. Off-centeredness better. The boulder is the more important part, not the Animal Crossing fellow. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Hi, Allie. It would be straight up depressing if this lasts a whole year. Yeah, in more way than one depression. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe for more jokes that make you wish that shotguns were edible. Ben Franklin is in your family tree, says Abaddon, to my amusement. Oh, interesting. All the kitties are being good. No, Nemi is napping on the router. Oh boy. That is unfortunate. I didn't set up my... Here. Let me put myself back below the collage, the thing. Nemi got down. Okay, cool. I can... Nemi naps on the router. She naps on the PlayStation. Nemi naps on everything that would be very expensive for her to nap on for too long, so I was going to extract her, but I didn't need to. And Rat said I like calling it the Goobaloo. Allie said, cases keep going up here in the US, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. At least Italy is slowing down. Yeah. Yeah. Shotguns are... That's really dark, Abaddon. Oh my gosh. Ray said, fixed. Thank God, dude. I'm so glad. We have to play Dead by Daylight again soon. I know Midnight is trying to get better at it. And I'm also really bad at it still. And, rank reset is coming up again. So, like, I'm not very good at Dead by Daylight. I almost just said, should I sneeze? I was going to ask if I should sneeze. Oh dear. Fortunately, asking jinxed it, and now I don't have to. Tiny! Hi, Tiny. Hi, tiny girl. Oh, Tiny's busy. Okay. Peace. She's leaving. She doesn't like anyone or anything. Did I say hi to you, memes? I don't know if I did. Welcome, memes of destruction. Dave said, I've only had a chance to see a few of your videos. Oh, you saw the one where I got my cats. Oh, how sweet. Which ones? Because I have cats from 2 different litters, 2 sets of litter mates. Did you see the 2 females, Nemi and Mira, or did you see the male and the female, Domino and Cambria? The 2 older ones are sort of like calico tabbies, and the 2 younger ones are a little calico cat, and a white cat with black spots. Aw, Sartzer said, I refunded DBD, not my cup of tea. It's a very niche thing. Dead by Daylight is a very, very niche thing, and it's just like, it's like a sport, you know, it's like League, kind of. It's just, the learning curve is just an unending cliff, basically. We need to slow the learning curve of Dead by freaking Daylight, because I'm very bad at it. Yeah. It's hard. You basically need, you need to know people, basically. You know, you basically need to have a party and just go into matches with killers you don't know, because it's hard to learn. Like, unless you're watching people like Otstarva and Monto and people, unless you're studying the people who do it for a living, it's like, it's insane. It's like getting into a sport. The females. Aw, Nemi and Mira. Okay, Dave, that was quite a while ago. I'll see if I can get them to do some cameos here later. Everybody's kind of spread out. They've all dispersed and they're napping, so I don't think anybody will come over soon, but I can try to. The internet loves the kitties, so I will try to bring them over here later. So you've got 2 royal houses of cats at Chat-Mort. Yeah. Yeah, they are so sweet. They're funny babies. It's hilarious how many people cannot fathom somebody being semi-conservative and owning cats. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. I'm just not. I cannot be a real conservative if I own felines. I don't know why. I can't be, well, you can't be conservative if you're any of the things I am. I was telling friends about this recently, you know? Let me just ask you guys, if you knew, like, my hobbies, and just my preferences and my sexual orientation and things, and you didn't know that I was a conservative, would you think that I'm more politically conservative than I am liberal? If you knew that I love drawing, and I love writing, and I love reading fan fiction, and I consider myself to be attracted to both men and women physically, if you knew that I love anime, if you knew that I don't understand anything about sports, things like that, if you knew that I'm not really a dog person and I love cats, and what else? If you knew that I didn't want kids, that's one that people really think is gonna just make you miserable if they are like, well, you don't have children. Correct, I am a child. I'm not subjecting children to this, would you? That's cruel. If you knew those things about me, but you didn't know any of my sort of political views, would you think that my political views would be right of center? Because I don't know. Hashtag Matt Walsh is a tool. That is correct. I detest Matt Walsh. I agree with him on a lot of things, but his demeanor, his argumentation style, how he plays dumb basically for a living is insufferable to me. I respect him, but I don't like him at all. I do not like Matt Walsh, and I pick on him. I pick fun at him. Poke fun. Yes, I'm not an alien. I'm real. I poke fun at him a lot on Twitter. So much homework, said Race. Yeah. Game of litter boxes. Yes. Aw, Abaddon has 5 box turtles and a parrot. Aw, I've never had a turtle. My stepmom had a turtle, Milton. Milton hissed at everyone and liked tomatoes, and then finally she had to let him go. She didn't kill him or fire him. She put him somewhere back into his natural habitat. He was a local animal. She wasn't destroying the ecosystem. Godspeed, Milton. But I've never had birds either. I've had a bearded dragon. I've had betta fish. I've had a couple bettas. And I've had a ferret. And that's all the more exotic my pets have ever gotten. I really was studying up on and planning on getting salamanders for quite a while. I love salamanders. And a lot of salamanders, I wanted to try to breed some of the like this absolutely gorgeous kind of salamander that I think is native only to a few streams in Iran. Because it's not legal to ship these salamanders over state lines in the U.S., so you can only buy the eggs. So you have to incubate the eggs yourself. But it's legal to own them. It's just not legal to ship them. But I don't know. I have too many things going on, especially since we have Nemi and Mira and Domino and Cambria. I'm not doing salamanders. You know, maybe when I'm like 40, if I'm still bored once the cats pass away, I would consider salamanders, but I don't think so. Exactly, Sartzer said I don't want kids. I'll get the autism. Precisely. Hi, Ryder. Chat-Mort, what you drinking? I'm drinking just tea. It's just nasty, like generic brand ginger turmeric tea. It's really good for you. It's good for your stomach, and the like not generic brands of it are delicious, and the generic brand tastes horrible. But I wanted to like drink a different tea than I usually do when I chat with you guys, so I pulled this nasty stuff out of the back of the cupboard. Ben said, I'm very conservative, but I'm not religious, which is a big no-no. So it would be wrong for me to judge. I understand. Yeah, it is peculiar how pervasive those stereotypes are, you know, and it's one of those things where people who are the stereotypes are demonized, and that shouldn't be the case either. You know, if you're like a God-loving, gun-toting, NASCAR-loving, freaking, I don't even know what, you know, good old redneck American patriot, that shouldn't be something you should be ashamed of. You know, if you're a conservative woman who is religious or whatever and has no desire or ambition to have a career, and your dream is to like raise a family and have a couple kids, like that shouldn't be ridiculed. Like we get to the point where those stereotypes are the meanest things we can think of, and we hurl them at people to where a good chunk of people, most stereotypes are rooted in a lot of truth, or they wouldn't be pervasive and they wouldn't kind of strike a nerve with people, you know? And it like that's sad too. Like just because you deviate from the stereotype shouldn't mean that you are demonized or you are excluded from the group, but people who do adhere to those political stereotypes or do happen to fit within them get ridiculed too. I don't know. Aw, Dave said my first view of you was you flapping your sleeve, so I have a lot to catch up on. That's so sweet. My ridiculous nonsense with side quest, yeah. Let's see here. I like Wikipedia's joke. That's cute. Jimbly said, you do seem lefty on first impression immediately, but people need to get to know you to actually understand how complex a person you are. I don't know. I think a psychiatrist would think I'm a complex person too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like for me, and you guys know I'm pretty moderate. I'm kind of leftist on some things, I suppose. But it's just one of those things. It's like the fact that I'm an introvert, I like anime, I don't like sports, things like that. My hobbies and my talents shouldn't be relevant to my politics, because politics should have to do with logic and statistics and research, not what your ilk believes. But that sucks too, because I can't be friends with the whole anime bunch of people. I can't be friends with a lot of Tumblr people. I can't like, I can't be best buddies with like a bunch of the yaoi fans or the cosplayers or whoever, because I would be ostracized at best for my political views. So it is hard when you don't whatever fit the stereotypes, I guess. But Rat said, the things you have listed for interests does not influence my thoughts about what your political views are. Precisely. Yeah, it shouldn't be relevant. But it seems to be. Exactly, Rat said, I make no assumptions about political views in other people. Michael said, believe it or not, I know a few conservative women very similar to you. If you had blue hair, were hateful with tons of tattoos and piercings, then might label you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I would like to get more piercings eventually, but it took 6 months for my ears to heal, so I think I need to wait for a while. I am considering dyeing my hair kind of an odd color, but it's more just lightening my hair to like a silver. And dyeing the ends a different color, which any of you who've checked my Twitter, you probably know who that would be in reference to. But I don't know. If I ever made a ton of money and didn't have to worry about ever needing to go into a professional setting again, I would do some really crazy things with my hair. And I do plan to get tattoos eventually, but it's just one of those things. It's like I'm not going to do things that are going to jeopardize my ability to provide for my family. I'm just not, I don't have the privilege of that at this stage in my life. And oh my god, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Duh. I guess the same with my hair, piercings, tattoos, all of those things, It's this will come into play later. We're kind of gently, very gradually, like a boulder, moving as the glaciers move it several millimeters every couple of years. We are slowly making a glacial speed descent toward an actual topic that I intended to talk about. But it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know. I'd like to have a big house. I'd like to go on vacations. I'd like to be covered in really cool tattoos and stuff and have a whole house full of gorgeous anime figurines. But I'm not at that point in my life, The way the world is, the way the economy is, that's just not realistic. That's not possible right now. And it's one of those things that people don't realize. It used to be par for the course. It used to be expected that there would be a period, maybe a decade of your life after you get out on your own, where you and some roommates, or you by yourself, or you and a spouse, or whoever, your house is kind of bare. You don't have the best TV package or the newest phone. Your furniture is stuff from Goodwill or hand-me-down stuff from your family. That's an inevitable stage in life as you get on your feet, as you save up, as you kind of build up like a nest egg or whatever, or work on paying off your debts. That used to be understood as an inevitable stage in your life. Is it embarrassing to have like weird mismatched furniture from Goodwill when your friends come over? You could see it that way, I guess. Is it weird to not go on vacations when like my parents, both sets of families, are always going on vacations? I suppose so, but it's like I perceive that as an inevitable part of life once you're starting out, as a young adult, young to whatever, the way the economy is now and how colleges and things like that make it so you're more like 30 or in your mid 30s before you get to a point where I would say it's standard for people to be able to get like a matching furniture set and get the best phone and to like actually start leasing cars that are from the decade you're in and stuff like that. But people don't, oh my god, my foot hurts so bad. Help. Oh my god, it hurts. Pain, much discomfort. People don't see it that way anymore. People want to move out from their parents' houses where you've got the best TV package, you drive your parents' nice car different places, you go on vacations with them and stuff like that. People want to go from that to that. People aren't taught that there, for most people, is an inevitable phase in there of sort of indignity and frugality. Is that a word? And stuff like that. People aren't taught that, and that's a failure of people's parents, that people are not willing to kind of do that hard part. And I spend way too much money for sure. You guys have seen all of the figurines I have and stuff like that, but I don't know. That's part of how I conceptualize and cope with this stage of my development as a maturing adult. Oh my god, I'm horrible hiccup things. Abaddon said my parrot is a bit sexist toward women. That's hilarious. Parrots can be sexist. There was a gorgeous... Oh my god, what is it? It's not a parrot. Is it a macaw? No. The, like, green-headed, beautiful little parrot-like birds. What are they called? I can't remember. There was one at the pet store where I worked, and she was there for years, and she hated women. If any women tried to feed her or interact with her or get her out, she would scream bloody murder. And all the men who worked there, she loved them. She would almost flirt with them. You know, she would like snuggle in their hair when you'd get them out. It's funny, like birds are so incredibly intelligent, especially things like parrots. And they have that like sixth sense, if you will, like dogs do, where some dogs won't trust men. I think a lot of parrots either don't like men or don't like women, because birds like that are way smarter than even dogs, typically. You're making a food thing on your channel. How cool, writer. Maybe Milton wanted his stapler. Office Space. You have a couple beta sims too. I know I talked about beta fish. That's awesome, Sartzer. I suppose it's true. I suppose it's true. You are all my simps, and I am your queen, and you will do everything and anything I ask, and never have independent thoughts or hold me accountable for my bullshit. That's for sure. None of that nonsense. Maturity and mutual respect here. That's for sure. Oh, Wiki said, I see terrariums where they have rubber ducky isopods, which are like pill bugs but bright yellow and from Thailand. That's really cool. I love isopods. They're spooky. I like them. Those are my favorite Pokemon too. I like weird isopod and crustacean type Pokemon. Something's wrong with me. Yeah, Ray said, I've been bitching a lot about the false dichotomy of the Christian conservative capitalist versus the atheist liberal commie. I love like 3-word alliterations like that. Christian conservative capitalist. Hi, Vlanhonder. Vlanhonder. Ooh, you knew a YouTuber who had pet scorpions and fed them crickets. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, we had the bearded dragon and it was horribly malnourished and neglected by the person who had it before me, and it wouldn't eat anything other than mealworms. Like, we got crickets and it wouldn't eat them, and then they would mature and then they'd be singing in our house, and it was heartbreaking, and we had to put them outside. I don't like when they sing. I think normally when you buy feeder crickets, they're way younger than that. Like, they don't sing until they're mature. We never had crickets that sang in the pet stores where I worked. What about your religious views? Yeah, I'm spiritual. I was raised Christian, but a lot of the things I've always just kind of inherently believed are very much aligned with Hinduism, actually. But I guess for all intents and purposes, I'm basically Christian. I'm spiritual to an extent, in a sort of pagan way, I suppose, but I also would consider myself religious too. I'm somewhere between spiritual and religious. I believe strongly in an omnipotent creator of some sort. Oh, Sartzer, your family's Christian and conservative, and you're an atheist centrist. That would be rough, dude. Hi, Seamus. Welcome, my friend. You want some tattoos, you just don't know what to start with. I don't know, yeah. Yeah, Seamus said I'm still working on it. I'm in my late 20s. I understand, and that's just one of those things, people aren't taught that anymore, and then that's part of the reason people get in such dire financial straits. And it just sucks, I don't want to be cruel to anybody or judgmental, because I've got enough shit wrong with myself in my own life that I don't think I'm better than anybody else or superior just because I understand the importance of financial responsibility. You know, you can recognize the importance of something and still not put it into practice. So people who get confused and kind of, you know, project or attribute. I wanted to put like an invisible, like, metaphorical sticker on somebody. People who attribute that holier than thou thing, that's not accurate in my case. I don't think, you know, whatever. You guys know my self-esteem levels are quite alarming. He only likes the boulders. Well, that's why they're here. Aw, I understand that, Sartzer. It's just a part of life, and it's not something to be ashamed of. You know, we've become such a materialistic, instant gratification entitled society, and that's said all the time, but it's because it's true. You know, there's no shame in taking a while to get on your feet. Like, I think success has a lot more to do with lessening your debt, getting in the right headspace, and learning to have self-confidence as you work on becoming self-sufficient. That means a lot more than having a brand new car, buying a brand new house to take like a little photo shoot with your spouse and your dog in front of for Facebook and things like that. I think our priorities as a culture are super screwed up, and it ends in a lot of heartache and stress and things for people that are just really unfortunate, you know? It's not a toucan. I don't know what the bird is. I'm really frustrated that I don't know what it is off the top of my head. It's not a parakeet. It's not a cockatiel. I don't know what they are. There's a sunset one, too. A sunset. Oh, I'm gonna Google it, because that's really irksome to me. Is it a... It's not a parrot. Bird. Is it a... Yeah? Oh. Smart. Domesticated birds. I don't have, like, the autocomplete thing on, so it takes me forever to type things. Let me see. The 5 smartest birds you can keep as pets. Gray parrot, macaw, cockatoo, budgerigars? What? Conures! Conures, yes, green-cheeked and sunset conures. She was a green-cheeked conure, and she was an asshole, and she screamed at women. Conures, that's what they are. They are pretty, pretty birds. Yay, I see you, Jeezy. Blowing money fast on dumb stuff, but needs Trump bucks to support his family. Well, you know, that seems to be the case. I'm not going to assert that myself, because I don't want my stream flagged down for offending our dear Boulder Lord here. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, crickets will drive you batty when they sneak into your house. Yeah, I won't kill crickets, but I will hunt them down and yell at them and then, like, stomp behind them until they hop out the door, which is ridiculous. What else? You'll get Lyra flapping on your back as your first tattoo. That is horrifying, good sir. I cannot sign off on that. Hi, Ezoob. Oh my god, Ezoob, are you pissed? Did you see what happened on Twitter? Did you see what got me like 30 new followers in several hours? Do not underestimate the power of a vengeful internet. The internet never forgets. Oh my god, it's hilarious. I'm getting there. I have not explained to everybody yet. A misogynist bird, yeah. Okay, thank you, Abaddon. Kanye, oh my god, I did the terrible, not so good ear bleeding ASMR, knocking the same cheap ass Hot Topic ring on my cup sound. I don't know what I'm saying. Conures are a type of parrot, if I remember right. Yeah. Well, dear friends. I don't think he's gonna strike my stream or flag it or whatever, because that would be wrong. It would be immoral. illogical and irresponsible. And the entire internet would come to my defense, I think. So we'll see what happens. We will see. We shall see here. Michael said, I had my life but had to start over after divorce. Only difference is I own my home outright. Your employer closed the same year and you had to move your grandma in with you and your son. Wow. That's crazy, Michael. And things like that are, people have to take that into consideration too, you know? I mean, financial responsibility accounts for a lot, but stuff like that can happen to anybody, you know? And that shouldn't be an indignity either. Like, taking care of your family, living with your family has just kind of become a reality the way our culture is and the way our economy is, as we kind of like slide further from capitalism and a little closer to socialism in many ways, just with inflation and everything that's gone on. That's just kind of, that's an inevitability for many people too. And that's something else that like people use living with your mom or whatever, or living with your family as an insult. But I know plenty of people who are married and they moved back in with their parents, or they moved their parents or a sibling in with them because the way things are economically, that's just kind of the way things have to go. My hair looks so weird. I just let it air dry, and it's like I don't even know what texture my hair is because normally I lay on it and it's flat. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant to anything. Cup clanking sounds like a Styx video. This is true. This is true. Rule 2 of the internet, said Memes. The internet is forever. This is true. Nuvi said, Senior Boulder is basically famous in the modern internet for flagging shit that makes him look bad, lol. Indeed. Well, has he flagged his own channel? Is that a joke that everyone has made? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh, I'm also not very ladylike. Oh my god. I have 70 notifications. That is not normal. Oh boy. Alright, well, it might become the new normal. Some strange things happened tonight, and that's why I'm here. I didn't want to name my stream anything too on the nose. I didn't want anybody to get sassy, and we're trying to fly under the radar and not get flagged here. Poor little old me, you know, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. Yeah, Seamus said, living with your family has always been a thing in the country. My family had 3 generations in one house. Right. And it's just, you know, people are not accustomed to that in slightly more secular, but sort of like Christian, standard, semi recently evolved American culture. I'm just going to keep gesturing as if that makes my nonsense any more coherent. 70, that's spooky. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So, wow. I think we should leave the boulders up. Let's leave the boulders up, shall we? I think they're pretty cute. So, anyway, let's I'm gonna tell you kids a story. Are you guys ready for story time? It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be neat, it's gonna be a blast. And I'm not sharing this on Twitter, because then maybe I can hide and not get flagged for being a really, really awful, just an awful douche. So, Morty didn't take her Ritalin. I've never taken Ritalin or been prescribed Ritalin, thank you very much. So, anyway, I will try to periodically check in on you guys here. Oh, ugh, my teeth are tea scummy. I hate that so much. Alrighty, kids. Let's just get her done here, shall we? Oh my god, Jimmy. Oh my god. So, let's I'm gonna have to move over even more here. Hold on, let me see. Should I move myself? Does that stuff matter? That stuff over there about, like, what's trending and such doesn't matter. Woo. Is that good? Should I make it bigger? Like a pee-pee. It's funny. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. My chair has made ruts in my computer mat thing so much. I mean my computer boulder thing so much that I can't get it out to scoot over. Oh my god. If there's a YouTuber course somewhere, I give them permission to use this as an example of how not to do things ever. Jesus. All right. Oh my gosh, Gen is such a cutie. I'm really into Dr. Stone, you guys. I'm gonna do a review on that soon, and I'm really excited. I'm rewatching it, and I took notes for like 3 hours tonight and gathered resources to make some of my arguments. So it's gonna be fun. But this here is what we're gonna talk about. You spit up your chalky milk. Repulsive. How dare you? Give us the tea. Okay. Oh no, I didn't know you were live. I know true crime stories. We're just getting to the good part. You didn't miss much. You did not miss much. I hope you're enjoying my little boulder collage I created just for the occasion. So it's whatever. Here we go. Can you guys see that okay, or should I make it bigger? Ooh, bigger. And scoot it over a little bit. It's weird how it like pops in and out of place like that. I don't... Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. No willies. I hope that wasn't too loud. Yeah. Am I over enough? Does that look like a fat roll? Do I have to pose in a way to make myself look prettier? Again, is silly boy. He is silly. I love him to death, dude. Jesus, this is a bad stream. It's worse than normal. Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it 50 goddamn minutes into the stream. Oh geez, if I don't have a brand, I don't know who does. So, I tweeted something earlier that I knew was going to get me in huge trouble, and I did it anyway. So, I knew this was going to get me in trouble, but I think it's true, and if there's anything that would be a brand for me, it would be that I can't keep my fat mouth shut when I have an opinion, and it gets me in trouble constantly. So, I said this because it's an observation I have made and have thought about a lot. I will read it out loud for the visually impaired. It's interesting how many 20-somethings blew a ton of money on Animal Crossing after this economic slump started and are now freaking out, ranting at the government for not giving them money and having to start an OnlyFans to pay their bills. Thinking emoji. Now, this is something I have seen a ton. This is something I've seen a ton from like a bunch of people on Instagram I follow and stuff. This is a widespread phenomenon that is occurring. People are constantly posting stuff about Animal Crossing and their brand new video games and all the stuff they're buying while they are out of work due to the quarantine and their places of work closing. They bought a $60 game and they know they're out of work for at least 2 weeks. And then they are posting nonstop, like on Instagram stories and Twitter and stuff, about how incompetent the government is for not giving them any money, not giving them money soon enough, for things the president said that were taken out of context, just all this stuff. Now, I want to read this second part too. Look, you're right there, dude. You're famous. Yay. Oh, I made the sound. Whoops. I'm going to give some disclaimers, which I should not have to do if we were in a world where cognition was the norm. But first, let me just read the second part. And as you can see, well, you can't see it because it tells the time on the selected one, but I tweeted these tweets out within the same minute because I knew if I didn't get this disclaimer second important part of my thought out immediately, people were going to ignore it even more than they already did. Like the fact that this tweet has 400 likes and this one has 150 is miraculous. If you don't get the tweets out in the same minute, a huge chunk of people are not going to see the second part of the tweet. And I don't number my tweets when I put them in threads, which a lot of people do. but it's like this bizarre, ridiculous challenge game to myself to try and get things as close to the character limit as possible, the maximum limit. So I don't even give myself enough room to put like the like open parenthesis 1 out of question mark or 1 out of 2 close parenthesis. So for me, you should assume, because I like to hear myself talk and I can't shut the hell up or explain anything succinctly and convey anything effectively, you should assume my tweets are in threads. In the same way, this video is like an endless thread of tweets that are just kind of like blathering on about nonsense in an incoherent way with several large words interspersed, just so you're tricked into thinking I have the intelligence of something above a fungi. So, yes, I included this right away to make sure as many people as possible saw it. And also, if you have other thoughts you want to continue later in a thread, people are going to accuse you of backpedaling. People are going to call out the things that you wanted to mention before you can bring them up. So people see you as disingenuous the longer it takes between tweets that are part of the same coherent train of thought. So after I said this one, I said, I know that sounds and Jesus, God, yeah. Okay. I know that sounds incredibly judgmental, and I don't mean it that way. But come on, guys. There are a ton of people who chose to be financially irresponsible, fully knowing that they were going to be out of work for weeks. We need to start preparing better for emergencies. Now, a lot of people understood this and appreciated this. And as is typical with my tweets like this that kind of have a political bent, maybe around 7% of the people responding to or acknowledging the tweet in some way did not. A lot of them were of no interest or consequence to me. Oh, I predicted the future, you guys. Oh my god. A lot of these people I didn't care about. A lot of them were like the Tumblr types, and I know that's unfair because I myself am kind of a Tumblr type in every way but political, you know? So, like a lot of people were just being like, me, or like literally me, or they would quote tweet it and be like, and, because that is, I have been just flayed alive on the battlefield of wits when you say something like literally me or and. That's how things work on Tumblr, at least. You have to give the person who said literally me or and your wife, your donkey, your crops, and your clothing, and then you have to walk away naked screaming, I am an imbecile, forgive me for being born. That's not how it works in my world, but I understand that a lot of people are from different cultures, and cultures are relative, right? So those people didn't bother me. There were a lot of people who didn't understand things that I explicitly outlined in the tweets on purpose. Because I knew people could misunderstand these things, and they are important things to include in my initial statement, so people don't misconstrue what I say, people have a harder time attributing stances to me that are not my own, etc. So, you know, people had a lot of confusion in regard to, people kept saying, well, they pre-ordered it. No, if they pre-ordered it, they clearly are not the people I'm referring to. I explicitly say here that they blew a ton of money on Animal Crossing after the economic slump started. If somebody pre-ordered the game before we could have known that the stock market was going to take a disastrous downturn, before we knew that the CDC was recommending and the president's administration, his cabinet or whatever, were going to recommend that you stay isolated for 2 weeks, you self-quarantine for a certain amount of time. If people pre-ordered Animal Crossing, this $60 brand new video game, before that time, there's no way to fault them for financial irresponsibility. There is in some cases, you know, if you need that money for bills, or, you know, there was a distinct possibility you should have saved that money for bills, but that's clearly not who I am criticizing here or commenting on. And this part that is very explicitly outlined in this initial tweet is something that many people missed. Many people didn't understand this. And a lot of times it's an honest mistake. You guys know, like, my working memory and or processing speed, I have mentioned this before, is like in the 8th percentile. I am a complete, just non-functional imbecile when it comes to processing something the first time I read it or in a timely manner. I don't fault people for misreading a tweet or missing part of a tweet. I do that all the time. But, it was so widespread that I had to kind of respond to some of these people. I explicitly stated in this tweet that the people whose financial irresponsibility I am criticizing are the ones who knew that things were probably going to be pretty financially dire, knew they were going to be out of work for a while, knew that a president that they hated is in charge of deciding whether any stimulus package passes, while a president and another another one of the main branches of government, which is largely populated by people who they don't trust, these people are the ones responsible for determining whether a stimulus package will be passed, bailouts will be given, anything like a tax return sped up and given to people earlier will be given. This is the behavior I'm criticizing, right? And if you guys were unaware, OnlyFans is like an adult website where it's just like where you post photo sets, I believe. So if you want to take nudes or lewds and you want to make money for them, you can open an OnlyFans account, and I think you get verified pretty quickly and start selling, sexually suggestive or explicit photo sets right away. Now, you'll notice that all of this tweet is one tweet. You'll notice this is all one entire statement. There's no punctuation except for a comma in the middle. Granted, nobody's going to read shit that's this much of a run-on sentence, but that's how I exist. I can't not do insane run-on sentences that nobody can follow to the end, including myself. You've heard me talk. You've heard how many times I'm like, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. It's a disease. I don't know what it is. I need help. Donate to my OnlyFans. I don't have one, whatever. But a lot of people were also distraught about the OnlyFans part. Somebody accused me of the horrible, forbidden, infamous slut shaming because I used the example of people having to resort to opening an account where they sell nude or lewd photos of themselves because they don't have money for bills. At a time when they were already aware that an economic downturn was occurring, and to where that information was readily available, and these predictions were credibly being spread everywhere. Now, I don't feel like I'm backpedaling on this point. I feel like I am expanding upon what I pretty accurately conveyed here in my first tweet and in the second one as well. Other people might not feel that way. Other people get upset if you try to explain anything about a tweet, if you try and expand upon it. People will accuse you of moving the goalposts. People will accuse you of changing your stance and things like that if you expand on things like this. And that's fine. People can think whatever they want to about it. But those were the two tweets. And let me just tell you, I can tell the future because I'd gotten a couple tweets about it. I tried to respond to as many people as I could who I thought were arguing or questioning me in good faith and actually would care about an answer and were willing to be respectful or capable of it. I'd seen where this was going, and I knew it was going to go much further than it did. So, I tweeted about it, and I said, that's going to be my next tweet that gets 100 people sneering at me and trying to make me upset for days. I knew this was going to happen, and I said it anyway, LOLOL. And I knew this was going to strike a chord with a lot of people because everybody's social media is nothing but Animal Crossing. Everyone is playing Animal Crossing right now. Everyone. And statistically, if 100% of existing human beings are playing Animal Crossing, I can be 10 billion% sure that some number of those people did not make a financially responsible decision by purchasing Animal Crossing, and that some percentage of those people, an even smaller percentage, bought this game after they were fully aware that they were going to be quarantined or should be quarantining themselves and that their work might be closed for a while. So I'm a genius or something. I don't know what, man. It do be like that sometimes, as the kids say. But let me see what you guys are saying. I'll try and catch up a little bit, but I'm going to do what I can to stay on task here and actually get this shit out coherently, which is a massive challenge for me, clearly. Hi, Vincent. How are you, man? Your threads are the only place I've bothered to get into Twitter fights, says Ezoob. Nice. I'm glad I've brought people into the immaturity of bickering. I try really hard. I try really hard not to bicker, but oh my god, it's hard. I'm trying to get better. But oh my god, Nuvi, yeah. You go on Tumblr, lol. I do. Dude, you cannot find good fan art for things except for Tumblr. And now you can't find it anywhere except like Rule 34. And then you get malware. So it's just sad. There's no centralized place for like, you know, fan content anymore. But occasionally I do get desperate and I'll go on Tumblr to see if there's any like beautiful fan art for my new wallpapers or whatever. Squimblore. My hard drive full of fan fiction and important documents. And fan art. You like DeviantArt, said Wikipedia. I haven't been on it in years, but it was a big part of my adolescence. Boulders plus Tumblr equals rock Tumblr. Yeah. $60. I know. It's a lot of money. Most games are a lot of money now, especially Nintendo ones. So it is $60. I don't know if it's $59.99 or something like that. Assassin said, I save all my money for bills. It is only fan mail I get these days. It is the only fan mail you get these days, yeah. Oh, yeah, Sartzer said new games are $80 here in Canada. Ooh, chat jumped. How dare. How dare. The adult internet services are highly underrepresented. Talking about the Canadian loon boxes. What else? Not me, I'm not a fan, said Allie. You are playing Doom Eternal, says Abaddon. Sweet. Yes, I have a good friend who's been playing that. Somebody has Venezuelan bolivars. I'm not playing it. Whoop, it jumped again. Animal Crossing, too poor. Thankfully, my brother bought you Doom as a birthday gift. That's very cool. I know True Crime Story said even Sinatra defended you there. Dude, Sinatra was on it, man. He was on it so freaking fast. I was grateful for that. Sin is a good guy. He gets into it a lot with people. He enjoys the bants, it would seem, but Sinatra I appreciated him sticking up for me. You know, things could have gone different ways based on what I'm going to tell you children as when the beginning of the story is over, the middle of the story is beginning now. The middle is beginning. Stupid story structure they teach you in elementary school that's not real, whatever. But yeah, and I'll tell you guys later why I'm probably not even going to end up getting Animal Crossing. It's just a weird thing with me mentally with sandbox type games. I'm really weird about them. Ezoob talking about the online, like, the threads and getting in arguments. That is an accomplishment. Despite being friends with Miss Steam and Arcater, I've mainly been content to watch them deal with idiots. You just attract a special breed of stupid. Yes, God, yes, I do. It is just a gift, man. They see just enough of me in them that they don't like that I have defected from the sheer stupidity of the pack, kind of, maybe? Yeah. So, oh god, I gotta forget. Assassin said Ranting Monkey talked about it on tonight's Lords of the Night. I know, I saw that. I really appreciate when Monkey sticks up for me. And Satsu chimed in, of course, because he had a run-in. He and Monkey had a ridiculous encounter with the individual we're going to talk about here. No relation to the Google images I made a little collage with or anything, clearly. But yeah. Anyway, God, I gotta yawn. Help me. I had a couple of these people. Oh, well, first, people were getting pissy, clearly. So, I quote tweeted my second one that said, I know this sounds judgmental. I didn't mean it that way. We need to start preparing better for emergencies. And so I quote tweeted it and said, For the people who see my fucking Jesus, dude. For the people who see my Animal Crossing tweet and come to my page to comb through my stuff and get mad at me, I thought there would be more. But then again, I have 93 goddamn notifications, so they're probably here. I was telling this guy earlier, who talks to me a little bit on Twitter. I was like, "Oh, they will come. They will come. They are on their way for the next couple days. They will come." For the people who see my AC tweet and come to my page to comb through my stuff and get mad at me, this is the point, referring to what I quote tweeted here. It's never too late to start protecting yourself and learning financial responsibility. The government is a bunch of morons. Don't trust them to save you. And the problem is these, the people I'm referring to, and I didn't expand upon this and describe all of the common traits I'm seeing that I'm commenting on, so allow me to do it here. Give me the lenience. Don't give me lenience. Extend your lenience to me. I don't need to be lenient myself. I need you to. Good Jesus, God. Ugh. I don't. English is hard, bro. I make it harder than it is, though. The people who I'm referring to here are super leftist types. They hate President Trump. They hate anything he does, which a lot of the time is founded, a lot of the time is not. Anything bad that's said about him, whether it's true or not, whether it's harmful misinformation to both sides, or either side or not, they believe all of it. They like any Democrat, no matter how malicious or despicable, like the Clintons, they are. Just anybody who's not Trump, they adore. Anybody who is Trump or affiliated with Trump ever, even in a civil way to protect the country or whatever, they hate. That's the kind of people I am referring to here. So it's particularly ironic and disturbing when they want the government to pass tons more legislation and further encroach on our rapidly dwindling rights and our rapidly dwindling ability to protect them from tyranny, you know. So, like, the government is a bunch of morons, and the specific kind of person I am criticizing should, especially during this administration, be able to agree with that. The government is a bunch of morons. You cannot expect them to save you. Now, in this case, I also want to specify that I don't necessarily think that a stimulus is bad in this case. I think the amount of spending we've done is just ridiculous. We are far too indebted to our enemies worldwide to ever come out of it. You know, the amount of spending we've done is just inexcusable as a nation. The amount of debt we're in is inexcusable. But this is one of those scenarios in which what else can be done? I don't think a stimulus, I don't think helping people get through this economic crisis that has arisen is necessarily wrong. I wish it was being done on a local level or at least a state level as opposed to a federal level. But the states won't pass legislation to protect people from the economic downturn caused by this thing that happened. This illness, this ailment, this dis-ease, if you will, because then the states have to pay for it out of their budgets. If the states are complacent, if state legislators and representatives completely fail at what they are elected to do, then the federal government has to foot the bill. And that is why most of these state governments were completely complacent and didn't make any preparation for things like this. I wish it was not being done on a federal level, but something needs to be done to help people who are being very badly economically impacted by this. I'm also not attempting to demonize or berate people who really can't help what dire financial straits they were in. There are elements clearly to this and circumstances in which people could not have predicted how badly this would impact them financially. Obviously, I'm not faulting those people. I'm not faulting people for not being clairvoyant in being able to predict everything that was going to happen economically. Hence me kind of explicitly stating that the people I am criticizing here are the ones who chose to buy the $60 video game after the economic slump started. The people who chose to do this after they knew that finances were going to be tight, and people whose finances were so tight that they had to consider starting an adult content selling business of themselves because they can't pay their bills or their student loans or for groceries any other way. It's a very specific set of criteria I am criticizing here, and I thought I was pretty clear about that, seeing that I was as clear about it as you could be, but clearly I was wrong, right? So, a couple people said this, and I am going to touch on this briefly before we move on to the good part. But a lot of people were saying it's $60. It's not that much. How privileged and well off are you financially if you don't think $60 is that much? I was pretty straightforward, and I was not polite to this person at all. I explained, if you don't think $60 is much, you're clearly not who I'm talking about. I explained to several people, and if any of you are here, please don't take it personally that I was kind of blunt or didn't get the opportunity to explain myself and justify the fact that I'm not lying about my spending habits. It got really weird, but people kept saying $60 is not that much. $60 is not going to help you pay your bills. Okay, so any amount of money that is above $60 and above, can be divided into units of $60, right? It might be 1 unit and a percentage if it's not even numbers going up by 60s, but every amount of money above $60 is made up of $60 ziz. Get on my Rick and Morty IQ level here, folks. You get what I'm saying? You smell what I'm laying down? So the idea that $60 is not a significant amount of money to save, to put away, is preposterous, particularly when I'm clearly explicitly talking about people who don't have enough money saved up to pay their bills for 2 weeks to a month in the case of an emergency. Again, I'm not berating people who live paycheck to paycheck necessarily. However, if you do live paycheck to paycheck, maybe don't buy games that are close to $100. If there's a possibility that if you're out of work for 2 weeks, you can't pay your bills. I'm not saying that people should live in a dark, empty apartment with no books, no television, no music on their phone, no internet. I'm not saying that. I understand that we are such an entitled, luxury-driven society that people feel entitled to, and they feel like entertainment is a human right. I don't think anybody should have to sit in their house aimlessly without even a freaking coloring book or a book to read, to pass the time. But I do think that having a brand new, current generation console such as the Switch and buying the newest Animal Crossing game, which is $60 and will stay $60 forever, I don't think that is defensible as something that you are entitled to as a right. I'm not buying the new Animal Crossing game, and I am below the poverty level. So I'm not saying that I can criticize other people as if I am the poorest you can be, but you get what I'm saying here, If you don't think $60 is that much money, if $60 is not going to affect whether you can pay your bills or not, you're not who I'm referring to. That's what that is. So I thought about that more, and I realized that's not what it is at all. Because the people who would get really defensive and nasty and deliberately misunderstand and misconstrue my tweet are not going to be the people who can blow $60 and know that if they're out of work for a month, they're going to be okay. So I thought about it, and I realized this. So I said, actually, that's probably not it. The problem is that the people saying, Lamau, the game is just $60 aren't middle class or above financially stable people. They probably have less of a financial windfall than me and don't understand the value of money or how not to blow it all. And that's mainly what I'm criticizing here. I'm not criticizing anybody's financial status. I'm not criticizing anybody's luck or anybody's inability to find a job or to get out of debt. I'm not trying to judge people based on their financial history either. I will also point out. But the problem, a lot of this problem is that the people who are so desperate for a bailout that they are, sitting at home from work playing video games and collecting anime figurines, but they're berating the president for not getting them government money that's just other taxpayers' money faster. Those people tend to be the ones like I implied, who have really bad spending habits. That is the lifestyle, that is the mentality, that is the series of bad, irresponsible decisions that are the problem here. Now, somebody else said, and this is somebody who's been nice to me, who I've spoken to in the past, what they do is their business. Let them make bad financial decisions. If they're homeless, if they end up homeless, that's not your problem. Well, one, it is my problem because I have an amount of empathy that makes it freaking impossible for me to exist on this planet and among other human beings. Two, I feel like it's my responsibility because I just want to help people. If I can give people advice, if I can warn people, if I can help people avoid something horrible like that dire of an economic situation, I want to. That's something that I am compelled to do. Whether it's my problem or not, I choose to see it as my problem to try and help people. But the main problem here, as to why it's not just a mind your own business scenario, is that these people want government handouts. Now, I do think this is a situation in which some kind of bailout or stimulus package, one of the rare times in which I, as someone who's a very small government conservative, think it is justified and necessary and acceptable to pass. I've said that twice now, but people still are not going to get it if they've decided not to get it. However, the mentality of blowing money on a $60 video game, which is the extreme end of an absolute luxury item, not a right, not a necessity to live, those people then being angry that the government doesn't hand them money faster when they don't have enough money to pay their bills for a week or two, that is indefensible. And that is the problem, because the government does not grow money on trees. When the government has money, where does that come from? It comes from taxes. Government money is money that was taken from people who actually earned it, the citizens. So when you demand a handout, when you demand more socialistic policies permanently, in general, you are demanding that money be taken from people who earned it and given to you. I don't think there shouldn't be some kind of assistance for people in dire straits. I don't think welfare should be done away with or anything absurd like that. I don't think people shouldn't ever be able to get financial support if they need it. But when you have that level of entitlement, when you want other people's money, it is my problem. Because when you want money from the government, you're asking for money from people like me who pay taxes. You know, on the money we work our asses off for. And that's why it's my problem. That's why I feel compelled to comment on this situation. You get what I'm saying? Yo. Oh my god, I missed some serious things here. Yeah, well, exactly. And I'm sorry I can't get to everything you guys are saying, you know. But, oh my god, I'm so itchy. Please kill me. Exactly, Newbie said, $60 is that much, lol. I am reasonably secure. I get paid a little more than I need, and I don't need much to work. And $60 is that much. Well, exactly, and that's what it is. Ironically, it's the people who don't have any money in many of these circumstances who don't understand how much money $60 is. If you just blow all your money and then demand that Bernie Sanders give you money that somebody else actually worked for, you don't understand the value of money because you're not earning your money. You're demanding it from other people, and you're angry and bitter that you even have to earn the money that you have earned. That's why it's a problem. You know, people like me and my fiance, and we are below the poverty line. We are. But I've got a pretty decent machine here for gaming and the YouTube stuff. We have 4 cats that we take care of very well. You know, they're fine with their vet bills. We have 2 semi-functional cars. We have a pretty decent place where we live. We don't have Netflix anymore. We have you know, Funimation. We have Hulu and stuff like that. We are below the poverty line, but we still have enough money saved up that we can handle 2 weeks of unemployment. And that is a sacrifice to an extent. We don't go on vacations. We don't have brand new cars. His car is like an 03 car. And mine is an 07. You know, our house is not gorgeous. Our furniture doesn't all match. We don't have like the fastest internet, and we don't have like the best like cable package or whatever. We do make some sacrifices, but that's how crazy it is. We are technically poor. I have 2 monitors here, phenomenal computer he custom built for me. We have 4 cats whose vet bills are all taken care of. You see all the Hot Topic shit, all the anime shit I buy. He's got a perfectly good machine over there. We have 3 large screen TVs. We have a PS3 or a PS4. We have a Switch. He has 5G everywhere, you know? Like, we are poor, and we have all of that unbelievable luxury in our lives. That's how good things are in America. That's how unbelievably privileged we are to have been born as Americans. But yeah, it's like $60 is a lot, you know? We worked to save up our money, and we work to earn our money. And that's why we have money saved up. And the thing that people didn't believe, people were actually very agitated at this. But my goddamn little shriveled up brain is just not working. $60 is a lot of money. You know, I told people $60 is the majority of what I spend on groceries. $60 is filling up my gas tank for my car 2 times. And people were actually angry about this. Somebody, and I'm not trying to be nasty to this person, but I'm truly baffled by this. I was being interrogated by somebody who was quoting like national income stats to me, who was basically calling me a liar because I stated that $60 is most of a grocery trip for me. They were like, no, with your fiance, with your cats, there's no way. Well, okay, one, in the tweets where I stated this, that $60 fills up my gas tank twice and is most of a grocery trip, I never said I don't go out to eat. I never said I don't get Chipotle or order pizza every couple weeks. I never said I don't get fast food. I never said I don't get like a coffee and like a nasty little McDonald's apple pie in the morning. But this is the main problem with all of these debates you have with people. People assign stances to you and statements to you that you have never taken and never made, and then they argue against those. And that, my little chicklings, my little darlings, is just the way the internet works. You know, but when I explain to people like I'm better off financially than a lot of these people. I've got enough money saved up that if we were both out of work for like a month or 2, we would be okay. It smells good. Jesus, there's something wrong with me. But I think that's the misunderstanding here. People who don't have any money because they never save money up and they've been lucky enough to never need emergency funds before don't comprehend that it's kind of a sacrifice. It kind of sucks not to spend $60 on a video game you want. It kind of sucks, you know? But $60, you know how much food that'll buy? And I had somebody interrogating me about, what do you buy? What groceries do you get? Unless it's ramen and rice and water, you can't be spending $60. One, I didn't say whether that was every other week. I didn't say if that's a weekly average. You know, I didn't say if that's like 3 times a week we go to the grocery store. People are just assigning stances to me in statements that I've never made. But like, our grocery bills can be like $60. You know, they can be like $100. And I don't just get ramen. I don't understand if this person thinks everybody lives in LA or something, or everybody only goes to like really bougie, like organic local stores or something. But I explicitly explained to this person, and I apologize, this is a tangent. I'm like, I get microwave dinners. I buy tea. I buy soda. And what else did I mention? I mentioned eggs and milk specifically, I think, because boy, do I eat a lot of eggs, and that is not a gay joke. I like eggs scrambled any which old way. And I buy specific ingredients for whatever meals I'm planning to cook that week, whether that's ground beef or chicken breast, you know, onions, ginger, cilantro, tomatoes, whatever. And this person was really indignant at my statement that $60 is most of a grocery bill for me, and I just cannot fathom how people don't understand that. And somebody else was asking me, what kind of car do you have that you can fill it up twice for $60? Like, yeah, I'm going to tell you the make and model of my car. That's not going to come back to bite me in the ass. Okay, internet stranger, I will tell you, do you want my license plate? Do you want the vehicle identification number? I can just like DM you my ID if you really would like. Do you just want me to sign you into my Amazon account on your computer while we're at it? Because I can do that. You know, it was just like very, it was a peculiar path that this indignation took this time. It was really odd. You know what I mean? I can buy 360 packs of ramen for $60. Yeah, I wish I'd had $60 to buy me food for a while. It will. It will. And I don't understand, like, people thinking you can only buy ramen. You can buy fresh ingredients. And if you research which ingredients you can buy affordably, you can actually make semi-healthy food. And not spend all that much money. You know, it's like people can't fathom not having, like, a monster truck from, like, 2013 or something. And it just reeks of entitlement and privilege to me. It does, you know? Yeah, people are so entitled. Exactly. Yeah. So what you're saying is, exactly, you don't go to the dollar store, you don't spend 140 or over. I do sometimes. Every once in a while it does go up to $200. Like every couple months we have to buy, or like maybe every month we have to buy cat litter, and we buy cans of cat food and stuff like that. So it does average, it averages a little above $60, but it can go higher and it can go lower. You know, based on whether we tap into like the non-perishable food we have or whatever. Exactly. Nemo said, bro, $60 is like most of a phone or gas or water bill. And that's what I don't understand either. I think most of these people who think $60 is nothing, they have to either live at home with their parents, or they live somewhere where they just bitch about their landlord on their brand new iPhone all day and just pay their landlord this lump sum and don't budget or don't actually break down what they're paying for services. Because to say $60 isn't anything just reeks of privilege and cluelessness as far as finances. And I'm not belittling people who are ignorant about financial stuff, and I'm not belittling people who are lucky enough to live with their parents. I'm not belittling people like that. It's the hypocrisy that I am criticizing here. I'm hungry, bro. I had a giant bowl of pico de gallo at like 7. Now I want to eat again. Boomers seem to not budget very well. The boomers I know don't usually. Yeah, Ali said you can find good games and you don't have to blow. You know, like $40 for a fairly new game. Give me your credit card info, please. Maybe later. Dude, I spend on average $80 to $100 a week on food. Well, and it depends where you live too. God, you know what I mean? Like some places you can't only spend $60 a week unless it's on ramen, but like for people to be interrogating me and believing that that's not possible without knowing where I live or what stores I go to or what kind of food I make in regard to like what's perishable and what's not was just ludicrous to me. So I just stopped responding to them because it was a very unreasonable line of questioning in my opinion, and if I'm not capable of being civil to somebody who I like well enough, I usually just kind of disengage. So, exactly, yeah, there were crazy people in their replies saying it cost $100 to fill their cars, lol. I know, and it's like, there are situations in which I can see that too, you know, like if you've got a really old car that's gas inefficient, or you inherited a car and you couldn't afford to buy your own and it happens to be like a gas guzzler, I get it. But like, we have kind of clunky older cars. But we also pay a shit ton less occasionally getting tune-ups on our old cars and not spending $100 on gas a week. You know, there are ways to do it. Well, yeah, Assassin said my internet is $70 a month, but I need it for work too. But that's the whole internet. You use the internet very well from the limited, you know, internet use of yours that I bear witness to. Like, that's a utility for you. And $60 almost covers that. Like, $60 is significant here. Exactly. Nemo said, I so wish that I could not have to worry about budgeting because 60 isn't the difference between bill / food / gas. Yeah. I think I saw something. I apologize. I missed it, but I'm trying to keep up here. Anyway, so I knew that this was gonna get me in big trouble, and I said it anyway. And I knew this was going to bother people, like I said, because everybody's talking about Animal Crossing. And you know, most of the people who spend all day talking about Animal Crossing on Twitter, not all of them clearly, but a lot of them are financially irresponsible, angry, entitled millennials who want what happened to all the poor people in Venezuela to happen to everybody here so they can get a power trip and pretend they did something good. Clearly I'm not a fan of socialism. So anyway, it was the Lion Patriot. Some of you probably know him. He showed up in my mentions responding to Matt Jarbo and saying, tag her or at her, you coward. And then he tagged me, so I was like, oh boy. And this is what happened. So Matt Jarbo, for some reason, I'll remind you guys, I have 1.75 thousand subscribers on YouTube total. I have 3,500 followers on Twitter total. And this guy, for some reason, felt compelled to not even mention me or tag me. He doesn't follow me. I don't know how he saw, well, I know he saw this because he tries to stay relevant among people who I am friends with who do follow me. So, you know, unfortunately for everyone involved, he did happen to see this and he didn't like it. So he screenshotted my tweet and said, "What an entitled thing to say." So, I was not anticipating this. I was not anticipating Mundane Matt being so scared of little old me that he would talk shit about me behind my back after screenshotting what I said. I did not anticipate this at all. But it made for a fun as hell evening in a very just peculiar way, you know? So, yeah, oh boy. Yeah, he got dunked on so hard, says True Crime Stories. I've never gotten so many likes before. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Meme said, rule 4 of the internet, don't feed the trolls. Well, unfortunately, in this situation, I think I'm the troll. And I was blessed. I was blessed today to the point where I don't think I'll even have a grocery bill this week because I have been fed thoroughly. Now, you'll remember that I have not even 2,000 subscribers on here, right? And I got, well, let's see. I got 438 likes on this and 50 retweets. Matt Jarbo talked shit about me behind my back. This is Mundane Matt, mind you, and he got 18 likes and 5 retweets. I feel so bad for him. Jesus Christ. Okay, so it was the Lion Patriot, who you guys know, who said tag her, spineless, and he tagged me. So Matt, still not tagging me, said it was super entitled, Mort. Oh, it was. Oh, criticizing blatant financial irresponsibility that causes you to resort to desperation to try and make enough money for your bills, um, is an entitled thing to say. Okay. Okay, Matt. Okay. So, there are these people who have so much money that they don't understand. There are people who are so privileged and who have had to save money so little in their life that they think that $60 is nothing, and that adding up units of $60 don't amount to paying your bills and stuff. I would like to live like this. Can we kind of get some of that socialism in place, so these people who think $60 is inconsequential, can you give me some of your money, please? Let's actually elect Bernie and let's get on that, because I would like some of that insane amount of money that somebody as privileged and wealthy as these people clearly have, right? So, yeah. A lot of people didn't understand what was going on here, clearly. But, oh my god. Yeah. Much longer until the glowy red eyes completely consume what's left of the thing formerly masquerading as your brain. That's really good. I love big words like that. That's a good insult. Yeah, and True Crime Files tried to explain to this person what was going on, but they did not understand, and they chose not to understand. Hey kid, explain to the rest of us exactly how is saying people spent money after they knew there was an economic slump even remotely entitled. Rather arrogant of you to say, wouldn't one say? This person said that's not entitled. However, pissing your money away while ignoring necessary bills and utilities and expecting other people to give you money to pay for it is very entitled. And then this person, Eric's Waveley? Okay, he follows me, so I do know this person, I guess. Said, how about you tag her, you spineless coward? She's pointing out the fact that spending $60 on a video game, a luxury, as the economy is crashing and unemployment is getting higher, is not the smartest idea when they have things like rent due. Are you daft? He might be. Why are so many adults obsessed with childish things like games meant for children? Well, I can't agree with that necessarily. Clearly, I like video games. I like silly things, so I can't necessarily, get on board with that. But I was thrilled. I'm a star. And it was really funny. Just the disparity between the support he got and the support I got was pretty entertaining here. Truly. What are you guys saying? Exactly. I'm Twitter famous at true crime stories. What else? Don't feel bad for him. He is a hypocrite. Well, this is true. This is absolutely true. Who is he? Heard him around, but I forgot, lol. I will send you Toad McKinley's video later. I guess I should send you Medicare's first, and then Toad's, and then maybe the MC Jarbo videos. There's a new one out today, and as the kids would say, it's a bop. Oh, it is pretty catchy. Yeah. Yeah, that's all he knows is how to be passive aggressive. Is how to do is passive aggressive whining. Yes. Yes, very passive aggressive. And his darling bosom buddy Sophane recently berated somebody for quote tweeting him or being a coward or whatever. Sophane tried to slander Magog recently, or belittle him, or try to wreck him on Twitter by being upset that Magog tweeted about him without tagging him. So we've got a lot of intellectual consistency among these grown ass men on the internet, for sure. You are fed up? No, I'm delighted. This is gold. I am I'm overjoyed that this happened. My God, my evening got more interesting. That is for sure. A bop. Yes, a bop. That's what kids say when music is good. We reverted to hideous 80s slang. If music is good, it used to be that it slaps. I don't know why music should imitate domestic violence. But now it's a bop if it's good. I just think it's catchy, but I'm trying to weasel my way in with all the other hip young millennial folks with an LX, you know? Yeah. Oh, I can send you those too, Sartzer. I will send you guys Medicare's lovely little documentary, and Toad McKinley did a. It's just it's so fucking. The internet is weird, dude. One day you're making an assload of pico de gallo watching Toad McKinley's video on a guy, and the next day he's so scared of you, he's subtweeting you, he's screenshotting you and talking shit and afraid of people seeing what he's saying. What is my life? What is the internet? I don't understand. I am not worth the energy expended for him to be passive aggressive here. It was a terrible decision on his part, but that's okay. You know? It's okay. So, I'm famous. But yeah. A bunch of really cool people stuck up for me, for sure. And I was very pleased with myself. Yeah. So, yeah, it is. I love you, Larry. God bless you, sir. I don't know you. I don't know what you do on the internet, but you are better than talking to Matt Jarbo. Be good to yourself and mute him. If only I was that mature. Yeah, and this person said you should appear on one of Honest Matt's songs as a backing vocal if you can sing. Bro. You right, though. I am right, though. Thank you. I would love that. I'm a pretty good singer, too. I haven't sung for you guys. I'll get drunk enough to sing for you guys some night. But anyway. Yeah. And then Sinatra, man, he was on it instantaneously. Yeah. Senor Boulder, man. What is Boulder in Spanish? Because I've been saying senor a lot. It has to do with eating all the pico, I think, to the point where I got ulcers on my tongue from the onions. Shit-talking Chat-Mort without adding her, probably because he blocked her, to make the hottest take of the day. But no. He didn't block me. I'm not relevant enough to block. Same with Jeff Holiday. I'm not relevant enough for Jeff to block. He just white knighted for Shu to get me shat on for a couple days. Because socialism good, you guys. What happened to Venezuela is good. You know? So, he didn't block me. So, thank you, Rex, for archiving that. I appreciate that. So, I just quote-tweeted what was quote-tweeted. I screenshotted what was going on there, and I told Sinatra, he didn't block me, he's just talking shit about me. I'm a douche, says Tizzy is Tizzy. Tizzy is Tizzy has been having a frisky evening, bantering back and forth with some people with slightly more expansive intellects, but that's okay. I do the same thing all the time. Matt said, yep, oh, you guys can't see it all. She's probably the kind of person that would be true about somebody complaining about having to decide between food and gas to get to work, which is utterly incoherent and just peculiar, immature conjecture that's not mature or indicative of enough cognition to be worth acknowledging or trying to respond to. And you guys know, trolling trolls is the only thing that sustains me because I am a miserable, isolated, basement-dwelling autist, and my armpits smell like onions and lemon juice on a good day. So for me to disengage from this guy as quickly as I did is a very, very sobering revelation. So thank you for archiving that, Rex. I appreciate that. It hasn't gone away yet, but he is not pleased. And oh my god, I am nobody. But I have like 50 followers more on Twitter than I did before. I am a slightly lesser nobody. Because, oh my god, I grossly, underestimated just how much the internet hates mundane Matt. I was a fool. So, I tweeted our lovely, Boulder-loving man himself, and I just said, I have 1.7 thousand subscribers and 3.5 thousand followers, bro. Tag me. I'm not gonna hurt you. But he didn't. Did he respond to me here? No. He didn't. Peculiar that he will not engage. And I'm a dumbass. So, when he said it was super entitled, Mort, I said, thank you for tagging me. After multiple people had to ask you, how is it entitled to point out hypocritical, irresponsible behavior? Now, he didn't tag me. I'm a moron. But because we have started the quote tweeting grappling here, it did not end yet. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I don't know what is this like a slur? What does that mean? I think this person is nice, but I don't know what that means. But anyway, you know, it do be like that sometimes. A wise philosopher once said, or something. So, our darling gentleman here, the supreme gentleman, in fact, quote tweeted me and said, I'm sorry I didn't tag you, but your capital S simps, we're very eager to get your attention. So, all of Matt's former friends who abandoned him after he made a mockery of himself by doing illegal things to destroy people's livelihoods. All of these really respectable, pretty goddamn cool people who, for God knows what reason, actually support me, big and small, you guys included, my darling chat, all those people pointing out the cowardice of not tagging me and talking shit behind my back when I am me in my goddamn basement. I make $20 a month from this. I make enough to vaccinate like one of my cats a year from this whole little career thing I'm doing here. People pointing out that there's nothing entitled about criticizing blatant financial irresponsibility. People pointing out that he never answered my question. People pointing out that he's a flaming hypocrite here, and people making fun of him because he was begging people on Twitter a couple days ago to buy him Animal Crossing. Those people are all my capital S simps, because we all know that simp is a word just teeming with significance and meaning, and the etymology is something that is truly remarkable and truly meaningful. In the year of our Lord 2020, nearing April. So, you know, I actually typed out a response to this gentleman, and then I thought long and hard, probably like 4 seconds while I was taking a shit, and I was like, nope. And I hit the little delete button on my phone, and I just retweeted it because he said it better than I ever could have. He really did. So, you know, in typical Michelle fashion, this is the dumbest thing. I just want to pick my nose and watch shitty anime in peace. It's true. It's true. But, yeah, he didn't tag me. I'm a moron. Because many people pointed out, he didn't tag you. You're a moron. At this point, after he had been ratioed to shit, just completely obliterated by these people, he still is not tagging me. He's still afraid of me. I'm a moron. Do you see me? Have you listened to me speak? Have you looked at my tweets? If I'm your intellectual equal, you need to be put on a couple prayer lists, my dude. Oh my god. But, yeah, no, it kept going. For some reason, mediocre Matthew here, is that funny? Is that something people have said before? He was really offended by this. he was still tweeting about me hours later. Those entitled bastards enjoying a game during a quarantine. Monsters, eye roll emojis. What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Do you need help? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But, yeah. I don't want to look at that. No. Oh my god. Yeah. Maybe that person is mad that she has to start the game in debt or whatever. Oh. The game I don't want and don't have, that I didn't buy during a financial crisis, when I have thousands of dollars saved, despite being below the poverty line, in case something like this ooh virus happens. So, yeah. Oh dear. Oh, Zach. I'm enjoying plenty of things during quarantine, Matt. Didn't have to drop $60 on it, and now I'm not hurting. Guess Animal Crossing will be around when the quarantine is over too, won't it? Funny how that works out. And just 'cause I know his little face is all ruddy and red with rage, I'm gonna make sure he sees that I like these. 'Cause I'm a child. I bought the game and I'm not hurting either, lol. That's why you were asking people on Twitter to buy you the game the other day, and you still try to do YouTube as a living. Okay. The entitlement comes from the shitting on OnlyFans. Oh, golly. Ugh. Who's the lovely lady? Who is the lucky woman whose behalf you are so enraged upon? Dear Matthew, who is it? Because I hope she sees this, bro. See, I know all the hip lingo. I know how to shit talk with the best of them. I'm a cool young whippersnapper, my friends. Yeah. So we're not offended about making fun of people who can't afford Animal Crossing and still demand Animal Crossing. We're mad about the OnlyFans thing. Okay. It's entitled to call out OnlyFans. I didn't do that. It could be entitled. I mean, it's still not, but perhaps it is. But I didn't do that. But that's okay. But you know, I just I googled Animal Crossing Boulder, and man, there was one right fucking there. It was pretty great. So I'm pleased with this evening. This evening has been pretty interesting. I got how many followers? I got like 30 followers. Because oh my god. My darlings, the moral of the story is do not underestimate how much the internet hates mundane Matt. Because a nobody with idiot takes, who uses far too big of words to be taken seriously, who rambles nonsensically and says nothing of substance on her channel that she's had for 4 years and still hasn't broken 2K. People will rally behind me and treat me like the savior of mankind if mundane Matt tries to shit on me on the internet. God, the internet doesn't forget, does it? It is a strange and wondrous place, but it was just, oh my god, it was pretty funny. It was just funny. Oh my god, it's a bad day when you come after a nobody like me and you get your shit wrecked so utterly, thoroughly. Oh boy. So anyway, darlings, that's my story. So I think I'm gonna take this away now. I'm going to take away Twitter, I called it. And we'll just bring back these cute little fellers. Which one is that? Can I bring him on top? I can scoot back toward the middle now. Oh, you get to see my lovely countenance again. I love these like $10 blankets, dude. They're really nice and toasty. Let's bring this one. Let's bring this one back. Just the Animal Crossing boulder. It's charming. The graphics of the new game are nice, for sure. They're quite nice. So that's my story, darlings. That is what happened to me this evening. Stupid as shit. Absolute stupidest shit that could possibly have happened. Yeah. I won't tell you which of my friends I showed this to. And his response was, "Lol, what do you expect from the soyman?" And he was right. It's a valid question. It's a valid question for sure. Read the chat. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I am. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to not look at the chat or I would not have been on task even a little bit. Here, let me show you guys. Yeah, Nemo is dragging me here because I got really drunk last night. And oh my god, I was listening to my favorite song in the bathtub and I almost shat myself and drowned at the same time. I'll show you guys the 2-hour version. So this is my favorite song of all time. And it makes me laugh for some reason. And I don't know why. You'll have to open it in a new tab. Because it will take you away from me, and I don't... Please do not depart, my darlings. We are not done. We're not done making merry yet. So, the Mexican hat dance song. El Jarabe Tapatio. Tapatio? I don't remember which syllables you pronounce. Please help me, my friends. Yeah, whatever. So, cool. Ha! Oh my god, I made the freaking autist sound. I'm sorry, you guys. So, I'm gonna do my best to catch what you guys are saying, but I'm not gonna catch it all. There's no way. Oh my god. Oh boy. Let's see. I know. I rewatched the Killstream thing recently. It was a blast. It just, like, I don't hate people. I'm not like a Kiwi Farms lurker or contributor at all. Null and I had a weird interaction, and I don't think he dislikes me, but he certainly doesn't like me. You know? Like, I had friends sending me screenshots of him talking shit because I spurged out and was like, this is not true. Because he got bad information from one of his videos and he was lying about what I was upset about. It was a very odd little interaction. Like, I'm not a Kiwi Farms contributor. I don't go on the farms. I'm not a commentary channel, or, I'm not immersed in it. I don't run in those circles. The ones who are kind of like the archaeologists in a way, they're the keepers of the tomes that make up the most curious cases of what the internet has done to the human mind. I don't even do that stuff. It's just the whole Killstream thing comes up every once in a while, and I happen to be watching that whole thing again. What else? Assassin said a long time ago, no one deserves entertainment. Read a book, and not one that includes mopey girls, sparkly fairies, and gay werewolves. I know, and it does suck. It does suck, but, like, you're not entitled to entertainment. Any entertainment. People used to make their own entertainment by drawing, or writing, or playing, or exercising, You're not entitled to video games, and you don't get to demand that other people's taxes pay your bills if you think you're entitled to video games. That's not how life works. It doesn't. That's not me looking down on anybody. That's not entitled. You are not entitled, and that is the crux of the matter. Here, should I should I share this? Or should I not? I don't know. Oh boy. Nuts. Everything is nuts. Everything has been utterly exhausting. Don't forget about the Dame Pesos one. I don't think I've ever watched a Dame Pesos video, actually. What else? I don't know. I don't hate any of those people. I'm not a fan of a lot of them, but in regard to like the whole group of people who like swung super far left and have disowned and kind of belittled a lot of their older friends, I don't hate any of them. It's just, I don't know. It's just strange and silly. Oh god. I will love to hear you sing. I don't know about that, my dude. I don't know. Oh, what is it? Roca. It's just roca? Like rock? That's the word for boulder. It's probably Roca Grande because they don't have specific words for different things. You just... Spanish is... Jesus. Spanish is a much more simplistic and logical language than English for sure. Señor Roca Grande. I see. Yeah, if it's gonna make you angry, Izub, don't get involved. I'm trying to be a lot more mature about stuff like that, but it's hard not to. And it was a situation in which it was just so ludicrous that I felt like I should respond. You know, it's just so utterly ludicrous and absurd. And I don't know. I feel like I have a right to be kind of irked by that. I do. It's just so utterly ridiculous. You know, he went out of his way, and you guys can go through the threads. Don't you guys aren't morons. You don't need this disclaimer, but don't white knight for me. Don't think I need your protection. You know, don't think that I need whatever. There, I put my candle out. I hope that wasn't deafening. It probably was, because I don't think before I do things. But, you know, whatever. You guys can comb through the threads if you'd like, but I ask you not to argue or go after anybody or debate with anybody on my behalf. Don't do that. I don't need or appreciate that, whatever. But you can see one of the my freaking brain. One of the people who was trying to be civil to him, he was like, well, maybe they pre-ordered it before the thing happened. Yes, then I explicitly was not referring to them in my initial tweet. Senior, if you had just like looked at it, if you just actually read my tweet, you would have seen that I explicitly am not criticizing people who could not have known that economic turmoil and being out of work was coming. I was explicitly not criticizing those people. I do not fault those people. That's not who I'm referring to here. And I'm not referring to everybody who makes adult content on the internet either. I'm referring to a specific phenomenon. I've seen a multitude of like Instagram type models and Twitter people do. It's the entire phenomenon that I'm criticizing, not any one particular aspect of it taken out of context. Clearly. You think I'm criticizing everyone who plays Animal Crossing? No, or I would have tweeted something, I would have posted something saying that. Oh boy. Nemo said, it's funnier that you said he tagged you and he actually didn't because it's calling out his cowardice. I'm just a dumbass, dude. I should not be throwing stones here at all. We're all simps here. Yeah. Oh, it's an expression for very positive feelings regarding a subject. Oh, just like super. Okay. I don't know anything. I don't know if it's like really nasty slang for something, whatever. Thank you, Jimbly. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate that. I mean, it really was. It's like I'm getting better at not being this really nasty, petulant, bickering child. It's hard. I'm trying not to be vindictive and just go after people anymore. And I can say with pride that I was probably legitimately taking a shit and I was typing out a response and I was like, no, after like 4 seconds, and just decided this is not an exchange that is worth any brain power. This is not worth the energy it's taking to fire the synapses. I'm not going to do it. Nose picker, I knew it. You're so mean, Ryder. Let's call mutiny. Yes. Senpai finally noticed me when I responded to this wonderful tweet. I feel bad. I think I'm following a lot of you guys because I talk to you on here and I see your names, and then I'm not. And Twitter is hard because I'm trying so hard to you know, I'm trying to reduce the number of people that I'm watching, but it's just it's following rather. It's really hard because I've gone through the list of people I'm following multiple times, and pretty much most of these people I want to continue to follow. You know, I'm not, I don't know how to pick which ones I care about little enough to like just unfollow them to where I'll forget they exist and never know what happened to them again. I'm weird like that. I've collected too many. Oh geez, Abaddon. I'm not gonna say that. He's raising another dude's baby. See, I don't think that's a legitimate criticism necessarily. I don't. Like, being a step parent is not, that's not being cucked. I don't think that that is something worthy of criticism, in my opinion. I think there are a lot of things that he does and thinks and has done in the past that are very worthy of ridicule. In my opinion, raising somebody else's kid is not one of them. You know, like, in that way, is everybody who adopts a child or like fosters a child like double cucked? Like, I know that's not what you're saying, but what's up, buddy? Where you going, homie? Ed? Edgar? Does somebody want to make an appearance? Hi. Come here, honey. Come here, handsome. Kitty, kitty. Come here, sweet boy. Nobody watches these streams for me. They watch them for you guys. Come here. Come here. No? Yeah? Come here. Look. Look, Edgar. Say hi. Look. Oh my god. Oh, that's probably loud. Look. Look again. Look while I'm telling you to look. Damn it. Edgar. Oh boy. Well, we tried. Watch out, the candle's still hot. Okay. Don't spill my water. Don't step on my keyboard. Thank you. Okay, Edgar was here. Like, comment, subscribe for the freaking cat or whatever. Oh my god. He's going to just, oh my god, he's going to destroy my printer. That is an enormous cat, dude. If Chat-Mort got an OnlyFans instead of making $20, she could probably make the $60 needed for Animal Crossing. Yee? Yeah. You gotta work on getting blocked by Steve Shives. I keep forgetting Steve Shives exists. Like, he makes me feel the way like a really, really gross blackhead does that you see when you're out in public and you can't squeeze it out of your face until you get home. I don't enjoy contemplating or ruminating on that feeling, you know? Yeah, it's kind of like in some of the Dark Tower books, Sartzer, like, you could tell when Stephen King would remember a book, oh, goddamn, a word existed that he had previously forgotten existed, because he will use that word like 50 times in a span of 150 pages. Like with the Dark Tower books, they're just so dense and there's so much to them. I can't say that because the Wheel of Time isn't like that, but it's like that. It's like when Stephen King remembers a word exists, so he just like throws it in places where another what the fuck is wrong with me? Where another synonym would be better. If this was a gender swap universe, Michelle would be Michael. I suppose so. Black Kitty. Yeah, it's Edman. It's you, Edgar. Hi, Ed. It's Edman Wonderland. Hi. Oh god, please don't destroy my printer. You can stay in the window, my dude. It's, oh my god. You hear my printer crunched and it made like grumbling printing noises. Bro. My printer. My printer is my baby. What are you doing? Don't hit the freaking thing with your tail. It's like hitting the microphone with a baseball bat. He glared at me reproachfully. Okay, whatever. This got weird with the blackhead. Yeah, it did. I know. Aw, yeah, I understand that, Nuvi. I know. I get that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, it would be odd. It would be harder than raising your own child because you don't have the same biological drive necessarily to raise them, but you know, I don't know. I don't think it's as big a deal as other people do. I would have no That's not true. I wouldn't have no problem raising someone else's child, but if I loved somebody and wanted to be with them, I would only do so and commit or move in with them or whatever. I would only even be around them occasionally at their house if I was comfortable or willing to raise their kid with them. I don't know. Kids have such... What the... It doesn't even matter, you know? The carnage you're hearing, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pretend it's not real and that it's not real, you know? Just like the context and lack of entitlement to my tweets. Ah, full circle. Full circle, my dudes. Oh my god, what was I saying? Duh. I'm stupid. Oh my god, good job, esophagus. That's good. I don't remember what I was saying. I apologize. If you guys can remind me, it was probably nothing important. Oh yeah, whatever. Raising other people's children. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You've read The Dark Tower and The Wheel of Time. Really, River? How cool. I read the Dark Tower books for the first time in middle school, and I believe it's the fourth one that goes into Roland's childhood, and that one was hard for me to get through. For me, flashbacks or I mean, I guess it's like a 700-page flashback. It was really hard for me to care about that. The girl Roland fell in love with, his like two best friends, and the town that they were in. I've not read all of The Wheel of Time. I have not yet. But Sartzer, I love that. I got 4 books deep into the Dark Tower books. I have a terrible habit of dropping things mid. Yeah. Oh, Assassin said you should have seen La Roca Hija. Bitch about how the US military brainwashes men into being fundamentalist Christians. My dude, I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. I'll have to thoroughly and empirically inspect that argument before I make my analysis, you know? Newbie said he's like proto SJW. He was being beat up by his wife before he was a feminist. Jeez. I don't know. I don't know about any of that. Hi, Cynic. I don't know if I said hi yet. Hi, W.R. Costin. I say your name in the most idiotic way that probably haunts your nightmares, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Well, yeah, Newbie said her mother and I are married, so it's not like I've got some teenage girl. Right, of course. I understand that. You poor Nemo. I'm the bane of Nemo's existence, but I feel like he feels like it would be unchristlike not to make sure I haven't died yet of just sheer stupidity. Ah. The Lords of the Night talked about how awesome you are tonight. They did. They are such sweethearts. They are so sweet. And Monkey kind of tried to do a back and forth with him, but I think Matt is done talking to Monkey, and I think that's part of why he didn't tag me, because he's scared of Monkey. He's scared of Satsu. He's scared of all these people who have minuscule followings compared to him and still clearly win every debate they have. You know, I think he... What, buddy? Do you have to go potty? You want me to yeet you out into the rest of the house? Well, I didn't make that glob glow gab galab like we'll be right back screen. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Gotta like poop or destroy the couch or whatever. Fine. Oh, my little knees. My little knees are very stiff because I sit on my feet. Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, Jesus. I'll be right back. Edgar has to go be hairy and annoying somewhere else, apparently. Be right back. What do you want, dude? I should eat something, but I don't want to turn this into a mukbang.
What? What's up, handsome? What are you telling me? You gotta head out? You gotta go potty or something? Go right ahead, honey. Okay. Okay, honey.
I don't have any snacks down here or anything. I'm hungry. I talked too long and now I'm hungry again. What are you crying about now? What? What? Now he's crying because I shut him out of the room. Jesus, cats, my dude. Cat went meow, that's epic. I know, right? Le epic meowzors. I watched Guns Akimbo today for the first time. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but it was really good. I think my favorite weird Daniel Radcliffe movie is Swiss Army Man. But everything he's been in the last has total change of topic, but yeah, pretty much everything I've oh god, I'm dying. Everything he's been in quite a while has been very good. I'm going to tweet this stream out now that it's almost over and we've talked about everything stressful. Your videos. There I am. Just turn the volume down. I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear me talk. That's not true. 22 of you do. What is wrong with you guys? There. Wait, what? That one. Move that image. God, freaking move that image below video capture device. There we go. Should I just get rid of those? I'll bring back my normal thing. We're basically done talking about it now. Come on, scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay. Back to normalcy, my darlings. Back to my shitty, ridiculous resolution here. Oh dear, I got 10 more subscribers from this whole debacle. Oof, that is unfortunate. Alright, I'll share this now. The entitled douche is streaming. I'm going to subvert expectations, however, and I'm going to change it to lowercase c colon instead of colon lowercase c, which in fact changes the emotion of the caption completely. Jesus Christ, 25 people followed me on Twitter. This is so dumb. What a just bunch of ridiculous hooey. God, just... What a bunch of hooey, man. What a peepee head, said High Functioning Gamer. I know, right? Gosh. Just a bunch of hooey. The silliest nonsense. I am immensely grateful for the little boost of followers I got. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Now let's see how many people come teaming in. What else? Cats are cute and or evil. Indeed. Was wondering if you could help me and JTRW with a project. Get in touch with me on Discord, please. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry I haven't been checking my Discord whatever freaking notifications much. So I will do that. If I don't do it tonight, do you have a Twitter? Don't hesitate to message me a couple times on Discord to get you up higher in the notifications list. If you whatever, if I don't remember tonight or probably in the morning. But yeah, please you guys, if I ever tell you I would like to do something for or with you and I don't, do not feel bad about bugging me on Twitter or Discord or wherever to get a hold of me, because my memory is terrible and I fully intend to get back to you guys when I say I will. So the same thing is like in my chat, since so much shit happens now. And I just can't physically keep up with everything. If you have to like copy and paste a message 2 or 3 times to try and get me to see it, don't feel like you're being a nuisance. You know, if you are being a nuisance, I will let you know. What else? You have a box of Cheez-Its you can pass around. Ben, I don't know if I can get it. I'm sad. I can't eat any more pico de gallo because I swear I almost got sores on my tongue because I put too much onion in last night and my face was burning. You haven't seen Swiss Army Man. It is so good. It is one of the greatest, most ridiculous movies I've ever seen. Guns Akimbo was really, really cool. But after seeing, like, it's not the same principle, and is it a spoiler to even say this? I hope not, but like it didn't stand up to Hardcore Henry. After seeing that, the bar for movies that ridiculously outlandish and in your face has been risen for me so much that it would be really hard to impress me. But I still really enjoyed the movie. Can you flap us out of here, Lyra? I will soon. I'm probably not going to be here super late, actually. I'm pretty worn out and I'm hungry. And the cats are all stirring from their 1,000-second slumber here. Is he gonna fall off the cat tree? Somebody's sleepy. That's pretty cute. But yeah, I gotta wrangle the morons and get him out of here shortly and maybe eat something before bed. The thing is, I'm still working. I'm just working from home because I felt kind of like I had a cold. And my coworkers are not people who can afford to get sick. They all have AIDS. I'm kidding. That's not why. If they did, that wouldn't be a problem either. But, you know, it'd be a problem for them when I'm sick. So anyway, yeah, I'm working from home. And I'm actually answering a bunch of calls that go to my like little department normally. So if my phone starts ringing in 6 hours and 50 minutes, I better be answering it and I better sound coherent so I can't stay up too late.
What you doing, buddy? Hi, buddy. Was he sleeping? Was he sleeping, little homie? Don't be scared, Edgar's not in here.
Domino's scared of Edgar. He has bad dreams about Edgar. It's weird. Like, he'll growl in his sleep, or one time he, like, hiss popped so loud he scared the shit out of himself and everybody else in the room and woke himself up. And he didn't used to, like, growl in his sleep before we started trying to integrate Edgar in. So I feel really bad. Domino has bad dreams about Ed. Oh, what's wrong with us? Lots of things. That's fair. Exactly. They all gonna unfollow you after they realize your content is mid. Mid means mediocre, correct? I'm reading between the lines here with this slang. I think I've determined that much. What else? Cat went meow, that's epic. I'm gonna cry. Have you said that like 16 times now, or am I just dumb? Yes, the answer is yes. Santa Claus Conquered the Martian is another weird movie. I've never heard of that. Hardcore Henry was so good. Yeah. Hardcore Henry is one of my favorite movies. It is just fantastic. It is so good. I shared this on Twitter and more people left. No, I crave approval from strangers. Come back, everyone. That's really sad. That's really sad. Nobody likes me. Bro, come here. Come here. Help. Nobody likes me. I just said they're here for you. Little homie. Say hello. Tell them to give me money and approval. Don't run into the microphone. Here, do you want to go back here? No, don't go back there. That's not what I meant. Come here. Come here, Squirt. Go ahead, Booty Man. You go back on the storage unit, whatever. Go ahead, honey. Take your time. It's not like I'm in the middle of something. Goodbye. He's gone now. Ignore the giant lump. He's gone. Please cry on stream. I shan't do it, good sir. Sartre, I'm gonna scream. I feel like I'm going out of my mind. Oh my god. So, the cat is on screen. Watch the views spike. I know. He wasn't here for very long, unfortunately. He hecked off to do little buddy things. Dude, you guys, I'm really tired. I'm a weenie. I'm not a weenie. I woke up at like 6 this morning. Of course I'm tired. But anyway, you cat unsubscribing. Same, TBH. How far down can I bring you guys without you seeing, like, my... Oh. Okay, that sounded healthy. I am sleepy and hungry. Everything is wrong in my life. Everything that is wrong in my life comes from a place of privilege and entitlement and douchery. So, you know, I'm down here now. Oh, my eyeshadow transferred. That'll happen. This is not flattering lighting. I'm going to turn it down. When it gets this late and I get this tired, my head starts hurting really bad. Let me fix it. Go get some sleep, says Ben. I will go get some sleep presently. I never figured out what presently meant, like in those old novels, so that doesn't mean anything. Hashtag little homie? Booty man? Booty man left. Exactly. Hashtag little booty man. He is such a booty. He's bad. I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling because I'm sleepy. But I want to say it's like 2 there, isn't it? It's fine that you're sleepy. Correct. No I did not show any cleavage. I'm up too high. My God. Jimbly and Nemo, be friends. No mischief, no wrestling. No cleavage will be shown this day. Not in this shirt. Oh no, man. Shit. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, and that's weird, because normally you can't shut me the hell up for like 3 hours. We come here for boobs and falls. It's true, I haven't stood up on my chair this stream for any reason. Do you guys want to... Jesus, this is a bad channel. Do you guys want to see my stupid pajama pants? They're not that stupid. They're just fuzzy. There's nothing stupid about that. Shit! Presently means immediately, says Assassin. Okay, well, I'm a liar. Just cancel me then. You guys... Here. I don't know where to put my blankie. I'm obsessed with my blankies because our basement is freezing. Especially this end of it. There. Now that I am blankie free, I'm going to want to leave sooner because I'll get cold. What is he? It doesn't matter what he's walking on. Look, somebody left. That is fair. Actually, yeah, look, this matches. I've got little... Nobody gives a shit. What am I doing? Here. Gotta be presentable before the stream starts. I have fuzzy pajama pants, and they match my stupid... Duh. They match my fucking whatever. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gently. Carefully. She's a hero. This is obscene! I read that in Double D's voice. Pants! Making OnlyFans if you're gonna show pants. I know, right? Wrestling fan. Go to sleep, entitled douche. He's right. He's right, though. I love you guys. Oh my God. Need to talk to Magog about my next project. Yeah. Do not forget. It looks like static cling. They're weird pants. It's just like the frickin'... I don't know. It does. You're right. It does look like static. These are just like old freaking whatever pants I got for Christmas or something. Like a fluff nonsense gift that's useful but has no emotion behind it. I know it was dangerous. I almost died. It would have been the most entertaining thing that ever happened on this channel. I think I'm actually going to go to bed soon, you guys. I just wanted to show you that just hilarious nonsense that happened today. Like, oh boy. Never did I think that Matt, God, Jarbo would try to cancel me on Twitter. Not try to cancel me. Never did I think that Matt Jarbo would be so scared of this lunatic that he would have to talk shit about me behind my back to his 11 people who interact with his tweets. Good God. So silly. So silly, my dude. Do better. Like, somebody told me I'm better than responding to you, but you got better shit to do than that, Matt. My God. Do better. I freaking hate when people do that condescending shit where they're like, be better. Do better. No, go sit on a cactus and use hot sauce as lube. I will do better if I feel like it. I hate like preachy tweets and social media posts that end with like, be better. Oh my god. You'd be better if you were beef jerky in my freezer. That's not very nice. Not very nice. Oh my god. One day you will fall and we will laugh. I know. I know. I will laugh too. As I see the gates of heaven opening far above. Okay. I think I am gonna go, you guys. Whatever. This is so silly. This is the first stream so many people are seeing. Let this be a warning to you. It does not get better than this. Let me think. What do I have coming up in the near future? What do I have coming up that you guys probably are not interested in, but will watch? To be polite. I have a review of Dr. Stone Season 1 coming up. I've been taking notes all day and collecting things for that. Sartzer sent me this really weird video I'm gonna do sort of like a sort of jokey reaction video to. And whatever, I don't know. I've got like Star Versus, I'm still gonna do a review on that, and Danny Phantom, and I'm gonna do a video essay on The Handmaid's Tale, and interspersed with that will be silly streams that will be probably, hopefully, a little better than this one. And I don't know. I'm sure I'll do other videos on other things in the near future, but scripted and streams. So anyway, whatever. I don't know. I'm out of things to say. My eloquence has depleted. My goddamn brain just does not work. So, whatever. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being so funny and supportive and clever and sweet. And I'm truly not deserving of you guys. You're just so ridiculous and clever, and you make my life so much better. And I hope, the old mission statement here. I genuinely do hope more than anything that I can make your guys' lives a little bit lighter or easier or happier with my creativity. If I can do that, then my purpose here is fulfilled and I'm doing what I feel like I am meant to be doing. So, whatever. Have you got caught up on MHA? Not the anime, but I'm caught up on the manga. Oh my god. And we're still going to do, Tech Support Husbando and I are still going to do like a podcast. We're going to talk about some anime. I'm really excited. Oh, the stuff that's happening in the anime. I'm getting pumped. Next chapter is going to be really bad and I'm going to love it. Oh boy. Thank you for reminding me, Sartzer. I will send you guys the Medicare video and the Toad McKinley video. Are those comprehensive? Medicare's might be. I don't know. None of them are. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Check the forms. I'll send you the videos. It's fine. So, yeah, I will catch up on MHA probably tomorrow, VGC. So, whatever. Don't get depressed, Jimbly. I'll find you and I'll murder you. Horribly. Whatever. I don't know. Please like and subscribe if you feel so compelled. And what else is part of the spiel? Share my stuff if that would not be humiliating to have attached to your name and reputation for the rest of eternity. I hope you guys have a good night wherever you are at in the world. And if today was really shitty, please resolve to make tomorrow better, because whether you realize it or not, you are absolutely worth the effort. Yes, homo. So, frick. That's all, I think. I need to eat something and go sleepy. So, I will see you guys again soon. This feels like a very abrupt ending. I'm not ready, but I am ready because I'm sleepy. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here and listening to all the silly things I had to say. So, I don't have an OnlyFans, Nemo. Lies and slander, but whatever. Have a good night. Don't get any fights on Twitter. Not for me. Not on my behalf or on your own, because there's better things to do with your existence. I guarantee it and shit. I am 10 billion% sure of that. So, bleh. Edgar is yodeling, so I'm gonna go take care of that, I guess. So shit, whatever. I love you guys. And I will see you again soon, okay? Good night, you guys. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Well, golly gee whiz. I mean, I should. I probably should. Okay.